Hi, I'm here with Occupational Therapy Australia President Peter Bothams at the National Conference and Exhibition in Perth. Thanks for having a quick chat with us, Peter.
Pleasure, good to be here.
Excellent. And for those who might not have met you before, Peter, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure, so I grew up in regional Queensland in a place called Gympie, just a couple of hours north of Brisbane, and I went to the University of Queensland and studied there for 4 years, and then I worked in the UK, in London at the Maudsley Hospital for a period, and then I've come back and worked in New South Wales and Queensland. So I've worked in private and public and mainly mental health throughout my career.
Fantastic. And what appealed to you about occupational therapy?
So I think when I was in high school and choosing my career, as all high schoolers go through, I always thought that I wanted to be in health. I enjoyed, I always enjoyed helping people. My older sister was a nurse. I probably wasn't too keen on being a nurse. And then I went to a really good vacation school where we got to hear from all different professions. We went to various lectures, and I went to the occupational therapy lecture, and it just really resonated with me that it was such a broad profession. We could work across the lifespan in so many different areas. So from that point on, I sort of set myself a goal, and I was hooked, and here I am. Fantastic.
And how did you first become involved with Occupational Therapy Australia?
Yeah, so when probably the main catalyst for the larger involvement was being the regional convener of the Rockhampton, or the Central Queensland Special Interest Group in Queensland. And then we put in a bid to host the Queensland Conference many years ago, in 2008, and that was the beefing it up for evidence for occupational therapy, and I was the convener for that state conference, and then from there I came onto the board of the Queensland Occupational Therapy Association, and after then I followed that up by working for the association. So I was actually employed as their professional development coordinator in Queensland for about 9 months.
Fantastic.
Then I came onto the board, and here I am.
Here you are as the president.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep.
And what do you enjoy most about your role as president?
I guess I've been on the board for 6 years now, so I mean it's been just an incredible experience. The people that you meet, the networks that you make. I always say to people that I've always got more out of being on the board and being involved with the association than what I've put in. It is a lot of time, and it is voluntary, but you always take so much more. So for me, it's been about the rich conversations that we've had around the board table. Seeing through, I suppose, and seeing the benefits of us being a single unified organisation. Some of the runs that we're making now is really cool, and seeing all that hard work pay off, and I suppose the decision that we made a few years back to become a single entity is really paying off now, with 1,000 people showing up to a conference in Perth. Is just phenomenal. So and there's lots of other wins that we're having. So it's a really exciting time.
Fantastic. And do you have any advice for anyone who might be interested in participating in the association, either on the board or in other ways?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say just don't delay. Don't think that you're not up to it. I probably had a little bit of self-doubt, but I was really encouraged by the director of OT in Rockhampton to put a nomination through to the board. I live in a little place in central Queensland in Yeppoon. I work in Rockhampton, so I'm not from a big city. I'm not the most remarkable person in the world, but you've just got to put yourself out there and be willing to share your opinion and your knowledge and your experiences, and just give it a go, and you will find that the networks that you make and the value that you get from being involved is far more than what you have to put out.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having a chat with us, Peter. If
Pleasure.
you'd like to learn more about the future direction of the association, make sure you attend the plenary session this afternoon, where Peter and Vice President Angela Berndt will discuss OTA's strategic direction. And if you're unable to join the conference, look out for the 2017-2020 strategic plan released in the August edition of Connections, and be sure to follow us on social using the hashtag below. Thanks so much for joining us, Peter.
Pleasure, and have a great conference.